Okay.
All
Everyone
right.
loves jump rope. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey folks, we're back on the Dev Twitch stream. My name is Nick Taylor. I am a lead software engineer at Forum. Forum is the software that powers Dev.
Oh, I'm going to mute us because I did not mute the stream. I'm Christina Gorton. I am the open source community manager at Forum. If you see me in pain today at all, it's because I just broke 2 toes, which we were just talking about. So that's my fun for today. But today we have Jhey again. Jhey, tell us about yourself. You can do it this time since I flattered you so much last
I
time.
didn't even prepare for this time. Um, I'm just not good at this. I guess I am a web developer, and I've been a web developer for a long time, and people know me for whimsical creations. Is that better than last time? I think Nick summed me up last time, didn't he?
No, I did.
Okay. But
Oh, you
I
did.
did,
Oh,
and I did a great
oh,
job.
that's good, yeah.
Jeez, come on.
I could add a few
Perfect.
things. You're a skipper of the rope. Um,
Oh,
Yeah, that's
we were just
secretly how
talking.
Christine has broken her toes, but she's not letting on.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I did a good job jump roping. I was proud. I just kicked a stupid weight. Worse, I wish broke my toes jump roping. That seems like it would be something that would be like better than I just kicked a giant weight.
That'd be some
My
heavy jump
toes.
roping.
It is definitely not fun breaking toes.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, we got a couple new followers. Thanks for the follows, folks. Yeah, so what are we gonna work on today? We've got a mascot. Their name is Sloan. Uh, and I think we're gonna try and animate it. There is one little kink into this that we did not take into account. About an hour before the stream, uh, oh my God, Christina's like, do we have an SVG of Sloan, which is the sloth? In case folks don't know, Sloan is the sloth at the top right of the stream there. It's a official mascot of Dev2. It's a JPEG. I also have a WebP version, so we do not have a SVG version. I converted it online to SVG and it made like just this huge SVG path, which is not manageable to do this. So we're kind of freestyling. We might use a JPEG or WebP, or we might actually go with a homegrown SVG sloth that my awesome coworker Christina always has in her back pocket, apparently. So I'll leave it up to Jhey because Jhey's going to be kind of steering us through here today. Um, and we're also
Trying.
going to be, yeah. Oh no, we'll get there. We'll get there. So we're gonna do animations of Sloan, but we're also gonna tie this into the stream. So I don't know if you want to talk a bit about like overlays and all that, Jhey, or do you want to go into that or?
Um, yeah, I mean, I mean, you've done it as well, right? So we can
Yeah,
both
yeah, I
talk
can do
about it
it too.
really,
Either
but
way.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so
yeah, I think
Gentlemen, sum up overlays for us. What are they? Why do we care? Why do the people in the audience care about overlays on Twitch?
because well, I don't know. That's an interesting one, right? Because
Hmm.
um, I think, well, they can add a lot of value. So like even here we can see the title and stuff. So the overlay is what we're seeing over the top, right? I mean, that's how you
Yeah.
sum it up. But then the cool thing with Twitch is you're able to create these like interactive kind of community uh, sort of driven things that you can do. And people have some really wild ideas, like using channel points for things, or one that I like to do on mine. So with my stream, like my overlays are pretty um, rough around the edges, but I was more keen on getting things out there that people could like put a command in the chat and then fire off something silly like a rocket or an air horn or
Hmm.
something that just kind of like, well, I'm going to go on there and I'm going to spam it with air horns. And like, you kind of see this on, obviously, Jason was on last week and he
yeah,
has
yeah,
this on his stream as well. Like, he has all the crazy
Yeah.
commands on his too. So I think it's really cool. There's so much you can do with it. It's really kind of um, limitless, really. It just kind of depends on the performance of what you're bringing it in and what you're doing because,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, essentially with depending on the client you use. So I guess you using Streamlabs OBS, Nick?
I was, but then like because I have the closed captioning baked in here now, so I went back to just plain OBS, but I
Hmm.
use OBS Live, so that's like the Streamlabs plugin that adds on there. Because I was on Streamlabs, but uh, I was speaking to Chael Codes, who's on Twitch and Dev and a bunch of places. She's at New Relic. She's been streaming for quite a bit, and she was just telling me like if I wanted to embed the closed captioning, you kind of have to go back to bare bones OBS to do that. There's like a WebSocket layer in there that you can connect into.
Hmm.
So that's why I'm back there. But Streamlabs is pretty solid too. Uh,
Yeah, and I'd probably be looking at it if I did closed captioning, which is pretty bad on my half. But yeah, if you don't know anything about setting up an overlay or setting up scenes, or I think they're called scenes, right? I
yeah, yeah,
I think it's one of them. You touch it, you better look at it again until you want to overhaul it. But yeah, one of the concepts is like when you build up a scene for your stream, then you have like your camera, so the webcam that's showing, or like you can put images over the top, the screen capture. And
yeah.
then another neat thing is you can use a browser source, which is like the trick that we will look at today, which is where you can take some URL or some local hosted thing and host it, point to it, and then have the chat be able to write kind of like commands or respond to events that happen on the channel. And then we can fire things in that HTML and see them happen. So it's kind of limitless in
Yeah.
right? So I don't know if you have yours hosted any, but for me, like I have mine hosted on Netlify, and
Mhm.
we could just open the URL now, and people could bash my chat, and it would just fire loads of stuff on the page.
Yeah.
Like it's just always there. So I
Yeah.
guess what should we do? Should we build like something really rudimentary and then work out what we're gonna do with Sloan, or?
Yeah, I think we should
Yeah.
start probably with the basics. So I think we're going to be using CodePen today, right?
Yeah, we can
Kind
use
of.
CodePen, or I can just start with something random just in case CodePen hangs, and then I can
Yeah.
drop it in CodePen if it's easier.
Yeah. Either
Yeah,
Um,
way.
that sounds good.
and then
Um,
yeah, that's
yeah, no,
probably
I
gonna
think
be
that
easiest.
works.
So this will
Cool, cool.
be this is the
By the
process that we
way,
run.
Collab TV or Christopher said like a giant tassel overlay, and she said that's for you, Jay. So.
Oh yeah, I see that. Yeah, we can do. Hey, forget Sloan. We'll just do tassels, right? Is
I
that
mean,
cool?
like Muppets, like the drapes, you mean, or what kind of tassels?
Oh, whatever kind of tassels you like, Nick. You
I
know,
don't I don't know. But
educate
we
us.
gotta
Educate
keep
us.
it safe for work
Tassels.
here on the stream, so I'm not gonna say anything else.
We keep it PG, obviously, but
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Um, Yeah, I guess I guess I think it makes sense. Why don't we're gonna use a library called comfyJS, which I can't remember the
hmm
name of the author. I watched the video last week.
Insta fluff.
Yeah, Instaflow. Yeah. I'll link. Yeah, if you just Google that, Christina comfyJS, you should get the link to.
Yep,
Um,
I
yeah,
got it.
I think what you're suggesting, Jay, makes sense. Why don't we set up like just the bare bones of it? And
hmm
then what I can do is I can add that browser source to the live stream. And then as we
Yeah, I
go
can just
along,
ping you the link or something, and
yeah,
then yeah, we can just add it in and see what happens.
yeah. And
Let's
then
go.
all the folks in the stream, you'll be able to send commands through the chat once we get things moving. So you are going to be our beta testers today. So please don't leave.
Woohoo.
It should work because I've done it on my own stream before and it's worked. So we did one where we created like and I still need to actually spend time on it, but we created like a Next.js site, and then
Okay.
we made it so it was like Tailwind Next.js, and then when the chat typed different colors, it would change the overlay colors and things.
Oh.
Okay. Okay.
But
Yeah.
obviously that needs some kind of moderation because it looks crazy.
Yeah. Cool.
What shall I do? Should I share screen? Is that a
Yeah,
good
you
idea?
might. Yeah, we'll just we usually just keep things in Discord to keep it easy. I know there's a few ways that folks run their streams, but I found this to work good for us at least for now. So, cool. All right,
How's that?
let's go tune in and go watch that. All right, so we see your desktop. I'm guessing you're on Big Sur with that nice background.
Yeah, I did the mass update of machines. But I use ScriptKit
yeah.
for it, which is what I was talking about with ScriptKit before. So I automate it all, which is pretty nice. So if you haven't seen it, this is the little prompt you get, and then I have like this script where I'm just like, yeah, cool, develop a code pen, and then I just hit that. And I'm like,
Right now, Jay, all we're seeing is the background. So if you're trying to share something else, all we got is the background, just to let you know.
oh, that's interesting. You should see.
Yeah, I see like they look like very colorful
Wavies.
clouds or mountains or almost
Yeah,
like
you don't see my terminal window, which is kind of
Nope.
interesting.
it looks like bubble gum ice cream melting.
Sometimes when you share in Discord, you have to either hit like share desktop or share like specific windows. So it might be whatever you clicked.
Let's try this again.
All
Mhm.
right.
I haven't changed anything since last time. Green one,
All right, let's try it again.
green
It's all
one.
good. This is why I like streaming instead of recording YouTube videos because like one, I just don't have the time to edit a YouTube video right now whenever I do anything. Like seriously, hats off to all the folks that produce YouTube content.
Yeah.
This is interesting.
Cool.
Why is this not
Oh,
recording?
thank you for the follow, bald bearded builder.
Yeah, this isn't cool. You can't see anything, right? You just see my big sir.
Yeah,
Yep.
Which is
Just Big
very
Sur.
strange.
it's all good. I mean, on the plus side, you have the closed captioning just captioned something that was not safe for work, and it's making me laugh. But I don't know if it was my name that got changed to that with the starting with the letter D, but anyways, all I was gonna say is I'm glad your background's like pretty because it's kind of relaxing right now. I could probably we could just do the stream like this. I can just like, just tap out from here.
Yeah, I don't know what's changed because we did this last time.
Yep.
Although I
Yeah.
wasn't on.
For anyone just joining, we're just trying to get up a screen share just so that we can start seeing the animations we want to start building. So we're going to work with comfyJS, which I've linked to, and we're working on overlays for Twitch and some animations so that everyone can do some commands.
Yeah.
Just dealing with some technical difficulties at the moment.
That's
Yeah,
really weird.
so while Jay's sorting that out, yeah, I kind of I'll recap some of the tech we're gonna use today. So like it was mentioned, we're gonna have the overlays. We're using OBS, which is a pretty common streaming software. We're using the bare bones one, and there's all kinds of different kinds of sources you can have. You can have like a scene, for example, and in that scene you can have many things. So like I'm gonna go to our OBS right now, and there's gonna be a delay because of the stream, but I'm gonna hide Sloan, which is our little sloth, for a sec, and you can see that's kind of overlaid on top of the stream, and he's gone, and I bring him back. And there's just a bunch of other things. And what Jay was saying is in these scenes, so like I'm gonna switch around here, but if I come back to this page, we're gonna disappear for a sec. This is the starting soon page. That is another that's another scene. But now if I come back to the main scene, this is where we have our header and everything and the cameras and everything. And then in there we can have multiple assets like Sloan, which is an image there. But we're talking about adding a browser source. So the browser source essentially lets you share a web page and overlay it on top of your stream. And from there, there's actually some cool stuff you can do. Like by default, when you add a browser source in OBS, it will actually set the background of that page to transparent. So then that's why like if for folks that were on the stream before, like you saw the overlays about people giving follows, that's a browser source that's coming from Streamlabs, which is something we use. Um, so we're gonna do that, but we're gonna work on an animation and we're going to use a library called comfyJS. I think you shared that in the chat. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. So what comfyJS does is it you don't need to be authenticated to Twitch or anything. I haven't looked at the inner workings of it, but basically you can have an HTML page, add a script tag for comfyJS, and then you just choose which user on Twitch you want to receive broadcast messages from. Oh, looks like we might be in business. Oh,
No,
Still
weird.
beautiful waves.
It's being really weird. Like it's only showing Discord and nothing else.
Is it? Are you on? Do you have multiple desktops running on? Maybe.
Yeah, I have more. Well, no, there's nothing else
Hmm.
on there. But like on that window that's showing, there's like terminal, system preferences, other things, but it's just not showing up.
Yeah, that's weird.
That is really weird. Is this some kind of weird setting that's turned off or something? I don't know what's
You
going
know,
on
it's
here.
I could go back to my internet technical support days before I was a software developer and ask you to unplug and re-plug in your monitor. I don't know.
So this doesn't really make any sense, right? Because it's just not showing anything apart from Discord. It's like
Also,
it's a permissions thing or something.
you wanna pop off Discord and come right back and see?
Yeah, shall I wipe out Discord and yeah, let's give that a go.
Okay.
All right. Jay will be back in just a minute.
All right. We'll be back. Yeah.
Hello, folks.
So like I was saying, we're gonna be using comfyJS, and what that does is it's this library that allows you to receive messages that get broadcasted for a certain user. So in this case, we're gonna listen to broadcast messages coming from the chat for the Practical Dev account, and then from there, you can literally do whatever you want with these messages that come in. If you put an exclamation mark at the start, as far as I know, because I'm still kind of new to this, the exclamation marks are always commands coming in from the chat. So if you do like exclamation left, which you've probably seen on like Jason Langsdorff's stream, uh, comfyJS will receive that. You can see who it's coming from, and then literally it's up to your imagination at that point. Um, it's pretty cool. I dug into it a bit last week because oh, he's back.
I'm just going to interrupt you 1 second, Nick. We got a couple suggestions in the chat. I don't know if you can see them, Jay, that if you've recently updated to Big Sur, there's a couple of permissions that you probably are going to have to do that maybe you haven't done, and that everyone's saying that they had to do when they upgraded. So that could be the issue.
Suggestions happily.
As well, you have to reinstall the Xcode tools for like Git and stuff, or you can use Homebrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did all that stuff, but does anyone know which
They said on
permissions
Mac, did you allow Discord to share your desktop in the security settings?
Yeah,
And
it might be under accessibility for screen recordings too, I think. I can't remember.
Let's have a look. That sounds pretty good.
Cool.
Where would I find that?
If you're just tuning in, folks, we are doing Mac technical support. So if you have any questions, we do not only support iMac, but we do support iPhone 10 and up. So drop questions.
I'm learning how to use my computer today.
Hey, it's all good. I just every time I have family members asking me for help, I'm like, oh no, my mom somehow lost her password, logged out of like iCloud. I don't know what she did. I spent like 5 hours, and it has nothing to do with the fact that it's my mom. It's just like something unlucky she did. I have no idea. I try to get them to use password managers, and they don't.
yeah.
I have.
My mom somehow ended up with my dad's name on her Facebook and they can't get it off. And this has been the issue with them lately. I'm just like, I don't know.
Let's see here.
I can't help you.
Yeah, right. We got.
I see your terminal.
All right. Thank you, technical support in the crowd.
Woo-woo.
We'll be transferring your 2 Bitcoins each in about 1 minute.
Whoa.
2 Bitcoins. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. I don't know. Dollar bills.
A little percentage of a Bitcoin, maybe.
Yeah. I got paid in Bitcoin at some point for a small project, and I just ended up using it at some point. But in hindsight, I probably would have had tens of thousands of dollars now. But YOLO.
Yeah, you definitely would have. Well, they're currently at just under 40,000 GBP. So
Wow. It's like
don't
I ended
don't
up
cry
doing some
yourself.
work for I have a friend that has like runs the miners, and I helped him write some software to manage them. And so I had this mining server in my garage. I didn't have to heat my garage all winter, basically, because anyways. All right, let's
It's
talk about
ridiculous.
what we're actually gonna do.
Animations, not Bitcoin. Let's go.
Talk about crypto later. So yeah, this is script kit that I was on about. So this like fires up this little prompt. So I just like
Nice.
hit command semicolon, and then I've written a script that just says code pen.
Okay.
And then I guess what should we call this one? Sloan Twitch overlay.
Perfect.
Hit go, and
Naming
then
things.
it does all this for me. Does all this
Drop
stuff.
is it
There.
simplescripts.dev, which is John Lindquist's site?
Yeah, scriptkit.dev.
Oh, whoops. I think I linked to the wrong
But
thing.
yeah, all
Oh
this
no,
has
that's
done
it.
is just
ScriptKit.
created a. Sometimes it's a bit funky though. Sometimes it works. Something's changed in a recent version.
Okay.
Just in my script, where when I open this, it doesn't always work exactly as I want it to. Actually, let's do.
Just started pouring here, so if you all hear me start talking louder, it's just because I can't hear from the rain.
Because the pain is intensifying.
Oh,
Yeah,
Sorry.
exactly.
oh yeah, that's it too. Now, if you see tears coming out of my eyes, that's from my broken toes.
For context, Christina is in Costa Rica, so there is rain.
Rainy season. Woohoo.
Okay.
Cool. So yeah, that's all working.
Oh.
Phew, we've conquered that.
Yay.
Home time? No.
All right, thanks for
That's all for today.
So yeah, the cool thing is like if so I guess I'm trying to think what we could do with this. Could do. No, I won't make it too confusing. I was gonna say if I hook up like Netlify to the folder, then I could just do Netlify deploy and just ping you the
Yeah, go ahead and do that.
just ping you the URL.
When Jason was on last week, we did a live deploy to Netlify, so it was pretty painless. So yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I absolutely honestly Netlify CLI, I live by it. Like it's so good. I use it all the time for my site just because like you can just do Netlify deploy on the CLI. Bam, it's just like it's done, right? You get the deploy preview there and then no. It's good for like solo stuff. Like there's no need to do any kind of like pushes or pull requests or anything.
They're commenting on your very specific port there, 1987.
Yeah,
It was a good year.
They just bump up from like so depending on how many tabs, they just keep bumping.
There you go.
Oh, let's say
I just haven't set as like I set it randomly once, and then every time I open it, I have to kill them off every once in a while. So like I'll have you see like all these tabs. I'll have been working on random stuff. So I was working on like a really bizarre container query demo earlier.
Okay.
I'm hoping to get that finished at some point. But
yeah, it's
yeah,
pretty
so
cool, container queries.
yeah, it's kind of I don't know. Like I'm very like I like to be taught how I like to teach how I would be taught. So like I don't want to read like a 15-minute article to like understand 4 lines of CSS, you know? So for me it's like, hey, I'm just going to show you that, you know, all you need is contain what I think it's layout inline size, and then just at container, and then whichever media query alternative you are using or version chucked in container, and then you can do whatever you want. But the way I've been messing with it is to try and not just make different variations of cards. That seems to be like every demo I see. So
True to form, Jay. You got to find something else to do with it, right?
yeah, always. I can't have it just cards. It won't stick out. So
Cool.
So if I do, we'll bring it. Should I bring up Comfy actually?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
And while you're loading that up, for folks wondering why there's no HTML files, Pug is just a templating language, so those are what the .pug files are. And same for the CSS. I forget what .style is for. Is that
That's stylus,
oh, it is.
but it all compiles too. So I could show. Well, I show it after, but yeah, when it's in CodePen, you just hit view compiled, and I'll upload it as CSS anyway. But essentially, the only reason I use this, and it actually kind of annoys me sometimes now, but I just use it because I don't like writing extra things. So it's
Yeah.
grammarless CSS, right? I barely ever use like the actual features of stylus. I'm just
Okay.
for speed. I just don't want to.
Not wanting to do all the
Yeah, like earlier,
brackets and things.
funny
Yeah.
enough, actually, for this container query thing, I actually used looping today, and I haven't used it. It feels like I haven't used it for years. So,
Oh, there you go.
so we'll see. But yeah, this is InstaFluff. It's really, really, really simple. You just hook up, and it's as simple as that, right? Require. Obviously, Nick, you're using. You said you were using it, right, on your own
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah, what I ended up doing was I used a script tag, and because I'm only running it in my stream, I actually didn't even bother with any kind of bundling. I just went with like a script type module, and just so then you get
Yeah.
all the goodness, the modern goodness without any kind of build step. So because it's really
I
I just
think
have
that's
an
like
HTML page.
that's kind of the nice thing as well. When you build like a stream overlay, you don't have to worry about like it being responsive or anything because you know it's going to be 1920 by 1080.
Yeah, yeah,
That's just screen size. So yeah, how I tend, well, for my actual stream, I have it so, and to be fair, Jason's a good example of this. Mine's not as advanced as his, but he uses, and I use as well. We have like Xstate set up.
Okay.
So it's like Xstate on an app, and then when people fire the commands, like you run it through Xstate to like do like blocking and non-blocking commands. His is really good though, because he has like a queue system and stuff like that for when he does all of the like crazy boops, and I don't know the exact workings of it, but like he has like a way to gauge how many people have put corgis in, right? And then it does like the
Uh-huh.
wave that goes across.
Yeah, yeah,
It's really
Yeah.
impressive. But yeah, this is really great because you can, and it's not something I've really lent into yet, but as well as just command, you can do like all these other things. So like on whisper, on join, on like raid, cheer, sub, and it's quite good really because then you can kind of pull yourself away from relying on sort of other parties. So
Mhm.
if you're doing like so Streamlabs has it right out the box, and you
Yeah.
can hook up to do like it makes the cool little noise, and you can put like a GIF on it. But if you want to make like your own GIF, it can be really painful because you need to like strip all the frames, make them all transparent. So with this, like you could just hook into it and be like, cool, on sub, I'm gonna play my own noise, play my own animation. I don't
Okay.
need to worry about any assets, and I can just like have this on GitHub, and it's portable. I can just move it around because that's one thing. Like I used to stream from the Mac, and now I stream from the another machine, and it's like,
Okay.
right, how am I going to port all of this over to there? And
Yeah.
obviously you can do the export, but it's just nicer. Like if it's in a GitHub repo, I just go bam, it's done. Like all I
Yeah,
need
for
to do is
sure.
drop in my webcam or my audio. But yeah, let's pull this in. So Skypack, no, CDN. Is it comfy?
I think it's comfyJS.js. I can't remember.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
I just grabbed
Comfy.js.
yeah.
We'll soon find out if it breaks.
There you go.
I'll drop a
Right,
link to Skypack
comfyjs
as well.
dot init, and what have you? It'll be the practical dev, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Jay, do you mind making your VS Code just a little bit bigger? Yep, there we
Yeah.
go. Great.
Cool.
It should be, well, actually, yeah, it's not. I know why. Cool. I commented out my egghead settings. Comfy. dot. Let's just try it. Let's just go with on command and see if it actually works. We'll go user command message. We'll just put these in so people can see what they actually are.
Yeah. So even though Jay's got this on his own computer running on his local host, it's going to be listening for messages coming in from the current stream. So we can get folks to try out things once we have the shell of this up. Like he's going to just console log it and we can see what's going on.
Have I done that?
I think he
that should work instead. We'll double.
Okay, yeah.
Things.
Okay, so I'm gonna send a command. I'll say hello.
Coming through. It doesn't look like it's trying to pull it down.
I wonder. Oh, you got a. Is that a syntax error or just the linter complaining about a semicolon?
Yeah, it's just complaining about console statement. It's just my own ESLint.
Okay. I don't know if
I don't know
if stream names are case sensitive or not. Maybe just try it all lowercase. The practical dev.
Yeah, I don't know as well if. Well, I don't think this will make a difference, but it doesn't seem to be making the request. So I don't know if something. Maybe I need to restart.
Could be. It's a default. It's the default export, I guess.
Yeah, you know, normally it does like. Oh, there we go. Coming through now.
Okay.
It wasn't making the request for comfy.
All right, so I'll send a command here.
Unknown WS from comfy.js.
That's, I think, WebSocket, maybe. Kayar packager.
Give that another go.
I'm
pretty sure I've used this as a module, but maybe I haven't, and maybe it won't work through.
I used it as a script tag, but
it's all right. We can do that.
Because
it's going to complain.
How does it work with the? Because like I know Dino, you can do file URLs for imports, but do you have something set up to handle that locally, or does that work out of the box for modern browsers going by the URL?
What, the type module?
No, not that part there, but the like where you were doing the import directly before in the script.
Yeah, well, I have. So this is like my own little, and plus because I'm in type I don't know. No, because I'm running this through Babel.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So, and then I just have type module and everything. But if I take that out, is comfyJS going to be a real thing? Which one is it?
It should load it. Oh, but yeah, you have to see what it's called locally.
Yeah, it's uppercase. This is why I always, and I always have this as a ESLint thing.
Yeah.
Just so.
Let the robots help.
Oh, there we go. We're connected.
Okay, cool. So feel free to send commands, folks. I'm gonna send one.
There we go.
All right. So I just sent hello. Christina said hey.
Technical difficulties out the way.
There we go. All right, it works. All right, rule the world. All right, we're gonna take down Jay's computer with all these requests.
So yeah, this is the
tassels.
What you get back. So you can see like tassels. You can do tassels.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's cool. It's really cool because you actually get a lot of info, and like you don't really have to do a lot to get that. I think that's what's so amazing about this. Like I can literally see all the little things like a display name.
Yeah, that's kind of what threw me off about this package too. I thought I would have had to like OAuth into like Twitch to be able to just, and it's literally just dump this script, go, which I got to take a peek under the hood to see what it's doing because it's like pretty wild.
Yeah, I wonder if it's it must be because if you use the Twitch APIs direct, because you can go in and I don't know if you've set them up on your own stream, but I have like I played around with it with uh, I had this idea of using like Next ISR to do like an on-air kind of like light on a website, so that, and it's probably not the best way to do it because obviously it would have to regenerate itself, but I was using the Twitch API to grab if I was actually like live streaming at the time, and then if you regen the site, it would be like, hey, you're on air, without me having to like tell it. But yeah, it's obviously it'd probably be better to make an actual client request for that, but it was just an interesting way to see how it worked. But yeah, those APIs are pretty interesting to work with, I'd say. It's like two ends of the spectrum. Like using this is really easy to get started, and then like when you actually want to grab stuff out of Twitch, it's like, oh, this is horrible. Like you have to make like 3 requests to find something really simple.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm really interested as well. I don't know, I've never really had a look properly at these objects, but I'm really interested. User color. So people have their own colors, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I guess you could based on that color, you could customize the response like, hey, thanks for the follow, and you can do it in their colors or something.
Well, you could do all sorts, right? Because you could just be like, yeah, whoever sends a command, you could just like pop their name like
Yeah.
with their color, like, and animate it out or whatever you could do with it, which is pretty rad. But yeah, so what do we want our command to be?
Well, do you want to? I don't know. We could start off simple. Like, I think, do you have the SVG handy now? I can't remember if you downloaded or.
Yeah, I have. I can do whatever you like with it. On
What?
mine, I have like some
Which
weird
SVG are we
things.
using? My badly drawn
Yeah.
sloth. So we're using-
So just to recap, Slothgate 2021. Christina about an hour before the stream's like, "Oh, do you have the sloth SVG?" And I'm like, "Let me check." And I didn't realize that the sloth that we have on the stream, and it's also a sticker on the Dev2 shop and the site. It's JPEG, or there's a WebP version. There is no SVG version. It was hand drawn by somebody that was friends with the company a few years ago, and basically I tried to convert it to SVG, and it made like a million
a sloth.
in like one path. So I'm gonna let you folks talk about SVGs and animations here at this point because you're the pros. I am just the bystander eating popcorn. So
Yeah, about like 2 or 3 years ago when I was first learning SVG, I created a Christmas sloth. For this, I took off the hat and the actual Christmas lights so that we just have a little sloth there. But yeah, that's what my sloth is. So we just grabbed it really quick today because I apparently have SVGs for everything. So that's why we have it.
yeah, all my coworkers have sloth SVGs in their back pocket. So that's how we roll.
I got sloths in my backyard. I got sloths in my back pocket. That's just how we work here.
I was gonna say we could. I don't know. It depends. Well, we need to think of what we want to do with him
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because we could use this one.
Yeah.
We could just throw it through remove BG and take the white
Chat,
out.
what should we do with the sloth? What should the sloth do
Yeah. I have a
when you
couple
give us
ideas, but yeah, let's
commands?
see what folks want to do. Just remember,
What's
keep
your idea? What's
PG.
your idea, Nick?
It's not putting tassels on the sloth if that's what people are thinking, but
Sorry, Christopher.
all right, we can. I would say because you mentioned the user color coming in the info. I thought for fun to start whichever one we use, we could just change the color of the sloth maybe based on the user's color. I don't. That's a little more simple, I think, but just to kind of kickstart things. I was also thinking with Christina's sloth, one animation that would be kind of fun would be to just keep growing the tree branch so that he keeps stretching across the screen, and then like definitely can animate some stuff of the sloth itself too. But those were kind of like the first couple ideas I had. All
The
right.
only problem with that, and I'll say admittedly, is that this tree right now is just one big like path. So the trunk and the branch is all just one thing. So if you start growing the branch, you'll probably just be growing the whole tree.
So maybe adding tassels is the easiest thing to do. Who knows?
Well, my first thought was something like, although where is Sloan in the overlay? He's in the top right, isn't he?
hmm
Yeah.
I think you
Um,
should just
Doesn't
like
have to be.
swing in or something or
yeah. Well, my
down
first thought
in.
was to like make him swing across, or
hmm
do like a speech bubble on top, and
Okay.
then you could put something in the speech bubble,
Oh,
like depending
nice.
on who has joined or who has
User
like
name or
said
something.
something.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Like if we
Because
got
then
a
we
new
don't actually have to
follower and stuff.
animate him. We could just like edit him
hmm
slightly, or
Okay, yeah,
like extend this branch or something. I don't know. That was
yeah.
kind of like, or we could do something completely out there and just make like some completely different thing. I'm
Let's go with that first. Let's do that. That I'm gonna push us to go ahead. Let's do that. Christopher had a suggestion, but again, I think you guys are thinking my SVG is a little nicer than it probably would be now if I was creating the SVG.
well, I
Previously,
try and it's more a
it
case
was
of as well
a big path.
Okay.
how um the only thing that scares me with that is like if you go down the road of like, right, let's make all this like the generative stuff, like you can have a rabbit hole of us trying to work out how we're gonna do it
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
okay.
not actually doing it, if that makes sense. So if we do like a really simple one and then
hmm
kind of vibe off that and see where it goes.
Yeah.
They're how
Yeah.
it normally comes out pretty good like that.
By the way, I love remove background where you're at right now. I use it all the time.
It's pretty awesome. It's
There we go.
thank you robots for removing that background. Now I'm picturing just people running commands, putting like hats on Sloan and all kinds of stuff. Going to the
Well, yeah,
beach.
that's the kind of thing we could do, right? Because what we can do is we could just open up Figma and
Okay.
then just make some changes. So, um, and they can just be kind of ridiculous because it doesn't really like that's the whole point of like these stream things, right? They're meant to be kind of
hmm
fun.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
um, I was thinking like we could literally drop him into Figma and try
Okay.
and like wipe some of the stuff out maybe. Or I don't know, maybe we'll leave the leaves actually because they're kind of part of it. But like, you know, you can just put like a hat on him, a tie on him, shades on him, and you can do all those kind of things. And then we can just like drop sound bites in with stuff. So
Okay.
you could just hook up stuff to different commands however you like. Or you can have him just like fly across the screen. You know,
hmm
like on mine I have it like so I do one where it's you know, like classic Batman, where
Hmm.
it's like the spins in and out.
Yeah.
I have something like that where it's just the bear head and it just spins in and out and like it makes the noise. And it's like if I solve something, so we do like a kind of like a Batman solved kind of style.
Yeah.
Um, let's try. So we have that removed. Let's just get him in. This is what happens on my own stream. Now I'm just I'm blocking myself with my own ideas. This is always
Yeah,
happens.
I'd say just go with one and we can adapt as we go along.
What's happened? Whoa, that's interesting. Oh yeah, because it won't include it because it's not a.
Yeah.
This is the downside actually of what I've done here. So yeah, it's not bear with. See, normally I'm so used to working with SVG that I just include them with Pug, but because I'm
Okay.
doing that,
Oh,
I
you're
need to
getting the
actually drop them
binary
into.
output, I imagine, right?
Yeah, because I was like, oh yeah, cool, just drop that in, but that's obviously not going to work, and I'll need to actually put the image into the public folder, which
Mm.
it's not in. Because the way, so like this repo that I'm working in literally contains like pretty much probably like 90% of the code pens I've made,
Okay.
and I just run them all through the same like, there we go, that should work. There we go. So they all go through the same process, which is like a make file, and then they push it into a public folder, which is in browser sync. So every time I run the command to like work on a different demo, it just like browser syncs off of that public. So
Okay,
if
okay.
I was to show like,
So it's trying to process, it's checking for any file changes like in all of that.
yeah, so like this repo,
Okay.
yeah, like these are like loads of the code pens that I've made over time. I don't think all of them are in here, but yeah, then it just runs browser sync on this folder. So you can see here that these are all just like GSAP plugins.
Okay.
So I can just use them, and I've just dropped that into the public folder.
Okay.
But obviously we'll host it or drop it wherever.
Cool.
Cool. So this is weird because I've been in React land as well, so I'm gonna have to write
Yeah.
straight up JS.
I got us a hat if we want to put a hat on Sloan.
All
I
right.
got a hat SVG. That's what I've been doing over here.
Fedora.
Yeah.
It's a cooking hat. I just went to undraw real quick and I typed in hat and there was some whole scene and I got rid of everything and it's just a little cooking hat. So
Yeah, it's a great
So
site.
it was.
I like how this conversation's going to. Yeah, I just whipped up an SVG hat. No biggie.
I mean, the cool thing here actually is, so we could do like at the very basic. If chat types spin, Sloan should spin. Yeah.
Nice.
woohoo.
And you could just keep typing it, and it will keep going.
Yeah, feel free to spin as well, folks.
I almost typed sin. That wouldn't have worked.
So like that's how easy it is really, because then you could just be okay, scale up, scale. I don't know. Does scale work like that? I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. I don't think I've ever tried using it like that.
Let's try scale.
Scale down, scale up.
Okay, so you're gonna kind of zoom in.
Oh, scale up.
Yeah, let's try it. Let's try them. I've never tried that before. I don't know if that'll work.
Scale up.
It might just say like
Scale up.
Scale up didn't do anything, I don't think.
GSAP says no.
No, cannot do that.
Yeah.
I thought plus equals 0.1 would make it 1.1, but maybe not. Although actually, that might be my issue. I think, does it come through as lowercase?
You could console log it just to see. Maybe it does.
There we go.
There it goes. That worked.
Okay.
I was pretty sure it was all lowercase. That
Yeah.
caught me out once.
I
Good to
made
know,
it smaller.
See, that's pretty cool. You could just have like Tamagotchi Sloan in the top right.
And for folks just tuning in or those who might not be aware, we're using the GreenSock API. That's what GSAP is here, and we don't need to go into too much detail about the GreenSock API. But do you want to, since we're using the GSAP.2, you want to maybe just explain briefly what's kind of happening?
Yeah. So I guess. So you're gonna send me and Christina on a like animation talk again for like an hour.
Yeah, exactly.
Staying out of it. I'm making assets over here for Sloth.
She's distracted. You've planned this well, Nick. You've planned this well. But the yeah, so the concept in GSAP is that you tween things, which is not necessarily animate them, because you can use GSAP to right, because he's gone, sorry, just noticed, because he's gone negative scaled.
Oh my
Now
gosh.
now he's just gone. He's just
Bring him back.
You killed him.
but yeah. But yeah, like the concept is that you tween
Andrew.
things, and you don't have to like that's the power of GSAP. Like, people think of animation, they think of visual, but the thing with it is you can animate anything, which is you
Okay.
can tween anything. You can tween an object, you can tween a string, you can tween an attribute. My latest article is all about like tweening time.
Okay.
And yeah, so here we are using it for actual like visual stuff you can see. But the
Yeah.
concept of a tween is that you are making something, a value, go from somewhere to somewhere else. So we're just saying here gsap.to, and then .sloan is the selector,
Yeah.
and we're saying .sloan was the image, and that was the image with the class.sloan or class Sloan, and then we're just saying rotate. And GTAB has all these kind of like special strings. So here we're saying plus equal 360, which is just rotating it an extra 360. Like if we did, if we change that to 30, then it will only go like 30 round each time, and
Okay.
it'll take way longer to get him round. But
Okay.
but yeah, and the reason it does it at like I think the default speed is 0, or default duration is 0.5, I think, which is in
Okay.
seconds. And the default ease, I think it's power1.out, which is like an ease out, easing by default. But yeah, so it's really nifty, because you can do something like this and use these special strings, which is like minus equal or plus equal, and you can kind of do relative tweens.
Okay. And I just have one more question before we keep going. The selector there, under the hood, does that do like a query selector all, or is it only for one selector? Like does it only return it for, or apply it to one element?
It would apply it to all of them if they
Okay.
were all like, if there was more Sloans. So if we did, this will be interesting. If we do triple Sloans, although they're going to be hidden, then they should all rotate.
Okay.
Let me make it smaller.
Oops. Shake is scaled down, just so you know, in the
Yeah, I haven't
file.
done that. I've not done Shake yet.
Oh, he's taking it.
Oh, now he looks like Harry Sloan, Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on a broom.
Yes, we can put him on a Nimbus 2000.
Yeah.
I sent you all some assets into the dev stream channel. There is a cupcake, some glasses, and a hat. So
Okay.
I don't know what you want to do with those, but I just grabbed a bunch of things.
I like that. A cupcake and a hat. Oh,
I do have a snitch SVG. Someone's like, gotta catch the snitch. I do have a snitch SVG. I think I have a couple of them.
This hat's amazing.
Oh, yeah, it is cute.
Like a chef hat.
By the way, I got these off of Undraw. They were in these huge, like, just their own little things, and I just separated them from their SVGs. So people,
That's
if you
cool.
want
I thought we
SVGs, go to Undraw.
what's going on? He's still rotating. He's still going for it. I didn't add
He's
Shake.
having a
If I
good
had
time.
Shake,
Let's scale
Shake, I would have maybe done something like a repeat, which is another GSAP
Mhm.
thing.
Okay.
Maybe done like 6, and something like, I don't know, maybe like -5. I don't know. This one's weird though, because it will go 5 then to
Mhm.
0. So maybe like a from 2.
Okay.
You can do keyframes too now.
Yeah, keyframe's probably a better fit for this. This should work though.
Mhm.
I mean, just as a very basic concept.
Yep.
Plus, like, well, I was gonna say the cool way to do it would probably be to do
Oh, he's shaking there, yeah.
like a cool ease. See what that looks like.
Sloan's rocking.
triple
Don't want to
stuff.
make him shake. There we go.
Shake it like a Polaroid.
He's confused. He's like, I don't know if I should spin. What should I do?
Oh, because I did a
It's,
my
it's
bad.
it's it's the afternoon. I'm getting a little sleepy. This is all I'm gonna be doing for work the rest of the week is these custom commands
Oh,
when nobody's on the stream.
Shaking.
and then see, like a typical thing for me would be then I'll just go into like some kind of soundboard, grab some kind of sound, whack that on like the on start, and
Mm-hmm.
then like have that pop up just randomly when someone types something. So yeah, even do you know what? Even that shake just like appearing in the bottom corner or something when someone appears would be pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, just like so if you had it's kind of hard to test this. I haven't found a good way, and there probably is a good way of testing out like all the different ways, like all the different interactions. So like if someone joins the stream
Yeah, yeah.
and then
Mm-hmm.
you can like I
We
think
can do
there
that.
was actually I think someone did send me something, but I can't remember. It's definitely in my Notion somewhere.
I
But
can definitely test it because we have a Streamlabs account and there's a test page to test all the actions. So I can open that up. I can't share it to the public because you have to be logged in as the account. But
yeah,
uh,
is there one though that lets you test like, oh, someone joined the chat or like I can't remember because I know they have that board where you can test widgets and you
yeah,
press
yeah,
like different buttons to do things, but I
yeah.
didn't know
I
if it went
know.
that far.
Yeah, the one I'm talking about is the alert boxes. So you can
Hmm.
simulate follows, subs, hosting, raids,
Oh, you must be able
donations.
to. You can probably simulate joins as well, then I'd imagine.
Okay.
It's not one I've dug into yet. It's one I really should when I get some
But
time. I really like that shake. I think it looks
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
cool.
Shake,
It
shake,
is.
shake.
And I gotta say,
Shake, shake.
I really haven't used GSAP aside from the few times with both of you, and with Christina maybe. But I just like how you didn't really do much in the API to get that interaction to happen. I think that's what's pretty powerful about it.
Yeah,
Yep.
like you get a lot for you don't have to do a lot to get a lot. Yeah. Like there's a lot of value. Um and it's I don't know, I find it's an interesting one. I feel like I don't know if people see the things that are created with it and then wonder, wow, that must be really hard to use. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know, like that's
Yes.
the perception. But then
Yes,
when
it
you actually
is.
start using it, it's like, oh, this isn't that bad. And
Yeah.
yeah, you can make it hard to use if you want to make like crazy things.
Yeah,
But once you understand it, then it won't seem so crazy. But you're not going to start off like making some absolutely wild thing. Like you're probably going to start with like twos and froms and stuff, and it's really really good. Like you can do, and there's so many things that people don't um, notice because they don't go digging in the docs that much. So like you can even set like attributes with GSAP just straight on the HTML if you want. Like you don't have to because some people be like, oh right, I'm using GSAP, and then I'll be like, cool, right. So I'll have to do a document dot query selector, and then I'll do, you know, whatever it is, then set attribute. But you can actually just do a set, and then
Mm-hmm.
you could just do like Sloan Atra, and then just set whatever attributes you wanted. So you could, not that he's a checkbox or anything, but you could just do that.
Yeah.
And it's really handy for stuff like that, especially when you want to like animate inline CSS variables or custom properties. Um, it's really cool for that. It's one trick I used to really like doing before like app property dropped. Because who doesn't want to animate hues, right? And make like party poppers and things. So yeah, where should we take this next? What should we do with it next? Should we I still I'm still not sure what we should have him doing or like where he should appear. Like
Uh, I,
on the
Hmm.
canvas.
I liked I like the idea of these little animations we're doing here, but I liked your idea of the speech bubble because then it's consistent, and then it's just like so and so's joined or thanks for the follow. Um, because because we have black space, we have empty space on the sides just because of the way our video's set up with Discord. It could provide enough room to have the speech bubble and everything, and then it's kind of a nice area because like the way I have it with the Streamlabs alerts right now, it's just centered on the screen and it covers what you're doing. Whereas this could be like top right or bottom left, top left, and kind of give it like a clippy Microsoft Word feel to it, but Sloan, I don't know. Hey, it looks
That's what
like
you
you're trying
want.
to join the chat there. Need some help?
Yeah, the sorry, that threw me like Figma threw me off there because it's obviously done an update and I went to click new and it was like, do you want to create a Figma file with all I was
Yeah,
like,
I just
what?
did that too. I was like,
What is
what's
this?
happening? Why is there a bunch of options?
Never had all this before. I bet there isn't a speech bubble shape. What does a speech bubble look like? Probably like a rounded
I thought I
rectangle.
had an SVG. I was going to grab it for you, but apparently I don't.
So it wouldn't need to be too big, I wouldn't have thought. I guess we could
You
do
want it
like
round with almost like a little tiny triangle at the bottom.
yeah, just like popping out. I guess the only
Yeah.
issue here will be how well I guess we could do I don't think I've done it before. Trying to think what's the best way to do like the text.
Hmm.
Would it be like a foreign object with overflow ellipsis if the name's really long? Because like some people have crazy long handles.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't normally do a lot of text in SVG, so I don't know. Is there like an
Yeah,
overflow thing you can do
I,
already?
Can you do
it's
it?
been a while since I've actually had to do like animate a speech bubble coming in with text before for a company, but it's been a while since I had to do that. So
Well,
I actually probably have an example.
I'd say we could get it working. Don't worry about the length of the people's names right now because that's something we could build off of. But one thing
Hmm.
I'm thinking like just out of the box here, but we could almost have it like a scrollable region that kind of reads. I don't know, but that's a whole other can of worms. Um, but yeah, I love how it just using something like Figma just makes things so less intimidating.
Ah, yeah. Fig I love Figma. I wasn't a big fan of it when I first started using it. I was like, this isn't gonna do the job for me. Like I can't create anything with it. But the
Yeah,
more
Mm.
I've started using it and the more I've given it a chance, the more I've had to sort of like swallow my previous opinions.
Yeah, I
I'm
almost
I'm
always
fine with it.
start in like Affinity, but I always end up in Figma with like my SVGs. I don't know why now. That's just been like my workflow, but I used to the same. When I first started with Figma, I was like, there's I can't figure out how to do anything. I think I was just too used to doing my own like thing
yeah.
in Infinity
The
Designer. But
the one that grabs me is like doing path manipulations. I don't know, is this
mhm.
kind of right? Or should I go looking at speech bubbles? No, it's not too
I have one,
I think it's good. I mean, you
but
can make it rounder, but then it makes
I
it.
think that one works fine.
Yeah,
So,
kind of right. These are always a work in progress, right?
mm.
I expect Christina to make something amazing with it after.
Don't worry, I'll play around with it later. Let's just get it working.
And
That's what I
then
can I can be like, I got you some of my work time on fixing our Twitch stuff.
yeah, yeah. I'm gonna be like, we're changing our quarterly goals this month. We're focusing on fixing
interactive
animation.
overlays.
Yeah, it's
What should we have him saying? Like, is he gonna be a follow person, or is it gonna be like a thanks for subscribing, thanks for following?
I wonder if
You always just pop up thanks.
yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's probably
I was
just the
wondering
thing,
about
right?
like we could always just say thanks and then the username like after.
Oh, you know what we should put in there just because it's Nick's thing? We should just put a giant YOLO. Just pop
No,
up and have it say YOLO.
it's all our thing.
Cool. What is going on here?
Get bigger.
There we
There
go.
we go.
I always
YOLO.
I always have issues with Figma. Always on my stream, whenever I do like unions, it seems to always break. And when I do flattens, and it's just whenever like so someone called Stefan normally comes on my stream, and I'll be like, why is this not working? And then I always seem to just break Figma when I'm on stream. I don't know why. So if I just
Looking good to me.
Yeah.
just YOLO Sloan. Cool.
YOLO.
The only thing with this is, it's gonna it's gonna base 64, isn't it? It's gonna make it horrible. I guess we could swap it out.
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, I think yeah, we'll see what it does.
Oh, you mean it'll encode the data of the JPEG as okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what it normally does. Oh, did I call it? Yeah, I did.
Sloan 1.
Yeah.
It's like my thing. So I export something 1, something 2.
Bad is
It's
it?
like old school
Yeah,
source
so
control. No, that's the 10th revision.
Oh, there it is. There's the fun part of it.
but we could
Yeah.
just swap that out for the local version. Just swap out the so if I
So for those tuning in, this is the base 64 data of the current Sloan image. And we'll pop in the actual image and just reference it.
I assume it's that. We're gonna find out.
Sounds good.
It definitely makes the SVG more readable, that's for sure.
I hope I got
Yeah.
it right. I probably haven't. We'll see. Include YOLO.
YOLO. I was watching The Office last night, and
Nice.
Oscar said YOLO, and everyone was just like looking at him, and he's like, "It means this." And they're like, "We know what it means. You're just not cool enough to say it."
Is that the American version?
American version.
Yeah.
I need to. That's gonna be like. So I'm working my way through like those kind of shows. I kind of crammed Parks and Recreation in the last.
Okay.
Yep.
That's a good one.
But that was I enjoyed that a lot.
YOLO. It's there. Yay.
Nice.
It's working. So
I like how that was really quick to do too.
he should size well. Oh, he's not actually got a class on him though, has he? Yeah. Oh, and this is the trick I was on about. So I wrote this script so I can just take this out of here, drop it here,
Whoa.
and then I get an optimized version back. Obviously, there's
Nice.
not much optimization here, but
yeah,
it's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
But normally with an SVG there would be.
Yeah, normally that'll like reduce the load. So in that script, I just have my SVGO settings that I want to use, and it just runs them. So it's pretty handy.
Yeah, we have. Whoops, I took us out of. There we go. Back to big view. Yeah, we have in the forum code base. We have pre-commit hooks through Husky, and not that we add a lot of SVGs, but when we do, there's a pre-commit that runs SVGO, which is kind of nice. And there's also, I imagine you've used SVGOMG as well from Jake Archibald.
Yeah, so that was like my normal go-to, and then when John started doing script kit, I was like, oh, there's so many things I could do just to speed up my process, because instead of now, I used to grab the SVG, go to SVGOMG, get the optimized
Mhm.
version, copy it.
That's what
put
I
it in
do.
the file.
So
Yeah,
seeing you
now
just drop it in there, I'm like, ah.
now I just drop it in and boom, it's like done, and it's pretty cool. So yeah, that should work how it was.
Okay. Let's take
Yeah.
it for yeah. Nice.
There he is.
So he's still
All
doing.
right, so we want to hide the YOLO and bring it in. Is that what we're trying to do?
Yep, we can do that. So I'm assuming. Although, what is this pattern?
I was wondering
Oh,
if that
right.
happened to be a part of the image that was
Yeah.
there, but
So it's using a def with a rect URL. Oh, why is it not joined? Okay, cool. It's decided to do something
creating a
weird.
group.
Okay.
For those who don't know SVG, the little image that he has there, the speech bubble wasn't actually one group together, and so he just put the little G tag, which is for group, around them so that they were all grouped together. So when you animate, the whole thing will animate together instead of little pieces of the speech bubble.
Okay.
Classic Figma stitching me up.
Oh, apparently that was the whole thing.
Maybe there's no
Well, that's
closing
weird.
tag or
Well, that's really. Oh yeah, I guess it is.
is it
there,
There we go.
there we go.
okay? So there's
Yeah, it did do the right thing then. So that was the path, and that was the. It's done a weird thing. It's done a path, and then it's done the stroke.
Okay.
Yep.
Or I guess that's the. No, I guess that's the text, and that's the outline. That makes sense.
Oh yeah.
It's done the text as a path, which is fine. I guess.
With SVG, you can replace it with something called text, and if you
Yeah,
want to,
so
but we don't
could throw
necessarily need to
text in
right
there.
now.
So I guess we could do. There's so many different things we could do with this, because one thing we could have is if, and we don't even need to do a command. I guess we could do it on on a sub or a follow, but we could have gsend. Could run timeline, and then I guess I just set Sloan out to. Let's just put him like. I'm not gonna put him miles away. I'm just gonna put him like 200, and
All right.
And that's pixels by default, I'm assuming.
that's
Yeah.
X%, so that's like minus
Okay.
200% the width of Sloan,
Oh yeah, X%.
and then
I just need to learn to read.
and then do 50%, and then minus. I don't know. Let's do like 300%. Magic numbers time. And in fact, I'll do.
It's just science.
I'll do this actually. We'll go X%. We'll go X% minus. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, we'll go X% minus 300, and then rotate minus 30, and then go X% 200, rotate 30.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see what that does.
Mhm.
That was
Oh
pretty
wow,
good.
what did that even do?
Yeah.
Let's do that again. Whoa.
Kinda.
Kind
So
of.
like if I did X.
Okay, so we're saying start off or no, finish off outside of the window then for the X.
Yeah, so go like from left to right, hopefully, and just like fly right through.
Okay, yeah. Almost.
Almost.
Yeah.
Maybe rotate him the other way if he's
As
swinging in.
in positive to negative. I always get these
Yeah.
things wrong, so
So do I. That's why I usually have to do the animation.
Whoa,
Yeah, he goes. He's going really fast, but he's going this way now. He's going.
Whoa!
Woo. Why are you going so fast?
World's fastest sloth. You never thought you would see that, folks, but you saw it here first. Sponsored by Red Bull.
Woo! There he goes.
And then we did like, I guess if we did like a dot set, Sloan
He
bubble,
definitely looks like he's swinging now for sure.
Mm-hmm.
blade block, and then I'll need like a position parameter. So I guess I could do like minus 2.5. I always get these wrong as well, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I bet Christina probably spotted an error or something already.
No, I do the same. I exactly the same thing. I tend to put something in, see how it goes, because I'm always like, wait, which one did I? Which one is it?
Yes.
Yo, yay!
I think that was too early. I think it's too early.
Yeah.
I think it's the end minus 2.5. Is that right? Yeah, because that would be the start minus 2.5, which would be like 2.5 before it even started. So now it should be right.
Okay, let's try again.
And now it's not right. What?
Now it's too late, I think. What's happening? Because the duration's 5.
Yeah. This like always throws me.
Yeah, I haven't used their like newer ones like this too. I'm still stuck in just using like labels on my timelines. So I just go by my labels.
What about that?
Okay, let's try again. Go back. What does that syntax mean exactly? Less than plus 2.5?
Thing.
There we
Weird.
go.
Oh. What happened?
It's up at the end there.
Alright, I'm putting it back. I'm just going to do it at 2.5 and see if it actually does the right thing.
Okay.
Seems a bit weird.
Here you go, buddy. Oh, lost the speech bubble though.
That's really strange because that should be the midpoint, right?
Yeah, 2.5 of a 5 duration. So.
Okay, so that's what that was. Okay, I wasn't sure what the 2.5.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, we weren't ignoring me.
Yeah, we were just figuring out and then explaining.
And
Just having a mind blank, like, what the hell's going on?
Professor Jhey, I have a question.
Hold on, I'm going into GreenSock docs again just to make sure we're doing this right. Yeah, because normally a lot of times I'd put like, okay, hold on. If you do plus or equal, it's 1 second after end of timeline. That's the plus or equal. So it would be at the end of whatever your timeline, the first one. So it would go after the 5 then?
There is one other way to do it, which would be to do
minus or equal would overlap.
Okay, you're kind of debouncing it.
And then if you just put the number, it's supposed to be at exactly, like, say if you put a 6 seconds from the beginning of the timeline. So I feel like the 2.5 should work fine.
Yeah, this is another way to do it, which might work.
Okay, so this is saying delay for 2 seconds and then run the display block.
And then set the bubble. Oh.
But go up for a minute. Is this going along with? Okay, no, you do have it in the same animation, so never mind.
Pretty strange.
The chat's cracking me up because all it is swing, 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 swing.
It didn't work when I did it. Doesn't like me. What's going on? Maybe
it's not working now. It didn't work for me either.
Let me try again. Maybe it only likes Canadians. I don't know. Nope. Doesn't like Canadians either. Oh
well. That's weird.
No one.
Oh, Niall's here as well.
Too many swings.
So we just broke.
Are we being swing throttled by Twitch?
Yeah. That's it. No more.
Try another
this
command just
stream.
to see.
Well,
Okay.
we got rid of the other commands
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
could just put
for now.
yeah. No, that's all good.
That's really weird though. Why has it stopped? It's connected.
It's gonna let me swing.
Okay, yeah, no, it's
Test.
coming.
Yeah,
It's
testing for.
definitely reading the info. So it's definitely not a Twitch connection issue.
I wonder why that's not coming through. Ah, do you see?
I did it.
What
Oh,
did
it's
you
my
change?
fault. I think it might just be. Is it just that? It might not be utils at all.
I haven't used delay call, so I don't know.
Oh, you see that almost did it. It's like, oh, I know. No, I don't. That doesn't make sense.
know what's going on. To me, when you have the duration of 5, it's coming in. You can tell it's doing the duration of 5, and you're putting in these. It should be happening in between with the 2 or the 2.5 that you've been putting. So I'm confused.
I think it could be something to do with, yeah, but that doesn't make sense actually because the positioning of it. I was gonna say it could be something to do with the positioning of
Hmm.
Sloan to start with, so it's like happening at the wrong point. If that makes sense.
Because he's already in the middle when he starts.
He starts over in the middle and then comes in. Oh, it was right there at the end. Why are you coming in at the end? Oh, maybe because your screen's smaller now. Like, do your bigger screen. Maybe.
Okay, let's try
But because it's doing window inner width, and that should be.
Yeah, it shouldn't matter. Yeah.
Nope, it's at the end. Yeah, never mind. I
Because it's
noticed
going
now
from
that we're doing window inner width.
If you think about it, it's going from. Pull out the.
It's kind of funny that he's just saying YOLO right before he leaves. Bye.
Going from minus window width, which would be like over here.
Uh-huh.
Going to. No, that should be right. It should be right. Oh no, it would only be going to the edge, right? It's going from the edge to there. So it actually should be.
What if you remove the delay or put it down to like 1 in the on line 33 there?
Try that. Just out of curiosity. Yeah, that makes it. He goes first. No. Damn it.
You're just tuning in, folks. We're having some sloth issues at the moment.
Sloth's moving too quick.
Too fast.
If somebody joins the stream now, they just see the chat. They're like, "What the heck's going on here?"
Swing, swing.
Yeah, swing, swing.
He is going fast now.
Because if
Yeah.
you think about it, like, if you did 0.5 and then 2.5.
Oh, look him go.
That was
would
kind of
be
good. It's
like,
like he got caught in the wind there for a second. He's like,
Yeah. Woo. All right, let's try this.
that looks.
That's a little better.
Yeah.
He's slowing down there at the end, but.
yeah, I get it now. It makes sense.
All right, what do you get, Jay? Explain to me.
I feel like it must be something to do with the calculation of the start and end position, because obviously to start with, he's just in the middle naturally because of display grid. But
Yeah.
when he goes to be animated, it will work out the x, which would be minus the entire window width over, regardless of his positioning, and then it's going to fly it like across. So it wouldn't actually be perfectly centered when it goes across the middle, if that makes sense. The timing 2.5 wouldn't match to window inner width times 0.5. I think that makes sense.
Okay, so yeah, like so the first part he starts off in the middle, so you say minus window inner width half of it, so that's off the screen.
Because like
for the initial,
if we change this and we did like 200, and then we
Yeah,
did
see, I keep my things simple. That's what I do. But I know Jay's fancier than I am.
So if we did something like that,
We've got some
and then ran it.
CSS, SVG, GSAP trash talk going on here. Oh, okay.
No, I just think he's better at JavaScript than me, so he does fancier things. That's what I do. I do like go off a little bit. Like I do it.
You see that? Yeah, and that's because that's
Hmm.
power out, right? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
we changed the ease and then did like none.
yeah.
Uh,
Do the duration like 3 instead of 5.
yeah.
Oh well,
Uh,
no. Then I guess we'd have to change the delayed call too. Never mind.
I'm
It's
just
fine.
gonna throw it out there. I'm absolutely in no rush, but it's 2:30. I'm game for still going for like at least another 30. You both, I'm assuming, are up for that.
Yeah.
Cool,
Oh,
cool.
we should have done this way further. We should have actually. I should have made my window bigger. I'm saying it like we should have, but it was all on me.
Swing.
But yeah, you kind of see like there's a big gap there, and then when
Yeah.
he initially starts, it's like, do you know what would have been a better way to debug this? Probably just not have it inside the command.
Okay. Yeah.
Probably make more sense.
That's kind of fun throwing out the commands though.
So if I actually do,
Yeah, make it infinite. Yeah.
Mhm.
so he
See,
ends there. I think
kind
that
of
is
slows down.
probably about right.
Yep.
But then we just go, hey, I'm going to change this to, can't even see it now. Here we go.
I popped a sloth emoji in the chat, but it kind of looks like a pile of poop. It doesn't show up that well.
You can see it. Sloth. There he goes.
Interesting. Oh, wait. Am I changing it in the right place? Probably not.
Quick question I had, because you're on, obviously this is on your screen. I'm assuming it looks a lot smoother than when we see it over the stream.
I hope so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it looks pretty good here. It looks
Yeah.
fine.
There it goes.
I'm having the time
Hi,
of my
Sloan.
life.
It's like he's on one of the, what are they called that they have here now that they go through all the canopies. I can't remember what they're called now. People hang and they can go through all the canopies here in the
Yeah.
jungle.
I
What's it
almost feel like
called?
as he's swinging along, he just grab a mango. I can't remember what. I know they eat a
No,
lot of leaves. I
they
don't think
like
they eat fruit, eh?
they eat the no, they eat the leaves of this one tree here that are slightly hallucinogenic. So that's why the sloths are always like super high.
It's pretty funny. That's like our koalas always drunk on the eucalyptus leaves. It's like, I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think so.
It sounds like being something in a tree is where it's at.
Yep. Grarumo. I can't ever say the tree right. It's
I, I
it's it's a tree here that we have all over. That's why we have sloths all over because we have the trees they like.
I wonder if that was an evolutionary thing where maybe sloths used to be really fast, but after eating all these hallucinogenic leaves, they just evolved to becoming super, super slow.
I think typically as more the fact they just are eating leaves and not having any energy from that. But
Yeah, that too.
yeah, you know.
I
But
feel like
especially
this.
these ones, they always look like they have a big grin on their faces versus the two-toed sloths.
Yeah.
They're just always happy.
I had a quick question for you in your VS Code setup there, Jay. I saw you have the rainbow brackets there, but what's the thing that says like delete and all that? Is that's an extension, I'm assuming?
People are, it's crazy. I actually get asked this so much
It's
by
the first
people
time I see it.
on like, yeah, and I'm always like, do you know what? I actually don't know. And then I have to go into my extensions and like work out what it is. So it's called something like,
I think you
how
can
do you
do
get to
Command Shift
extensions?
X.
Yeah, there it is. All right, let's find out. Because I don't remember ever installing it. I think it's this one. Error
Okay.
lens.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I don't know how it works because like
It,
I
it,
don't remember ever installing it, and
it
it's
might be
sort
in
of
an extension pack or something, because there's like for
yeah.
Git, there's Git lens, so you can kind of, when you're on a line, it
Well, I
shows
don't know
you
if
who
it
committed.
maybe comes with. Do some of them bundle together as like dependencies or something? I don't know because it's kind of weird. I don't remember ever installing this, but it
I'm gonna
seems to be
install
here.
it.
I seem to have had it for ages, but I don't
Error
remember
limits.
ever
Cool.
installing it.
Cool, cool.
It's really good though. It like picks up on your it'll pick up on your ESLint and stuff,
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
and it'll like flag when you put stuff in and it's like, hey, this makes no sense. Um,
Okay.
so
Yeah, yeah.
if you put in, so, like, especially if you do stuff with like CSS things and it says, hey, this property doesn't exist, like what are you doing? Then
Okay.
it'll tell you off. That sloth that's just been put in is very good.
Yeah, yeah. He's like, hey, YOLO. I love it.
Love the YOLO. I'm just gonna picture you now, Nick, singing like a sloth.
That's what I do on the weekends. I just swing on vines and I scream YOLO. That's what we do in Montreal, now that summer's here. In the winter, I'm building ice
That's
rink.
the kind of person my husband was growing up here because he grew up here and they would just like swing on vines. Like people just called him Tarzan. So you picturing?
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure he probably swung on a vine and jumped into a river or the ocean.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, we're hooked back up to the commands, Jay. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we're good. I'm just turning
Swing.
Sloan off by default,
Okay.
and then when the command comes on, then ah, yeah, it doesn't matter. Actually, I can just throw that in. Turn him on
I
by
like this too
default.
because we have it working, but now it's just kind of fun messing around with like how we want it to work. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
can
that's kind of
definitely
like
see how.
that's kind of the joy of it because, like we were saying at the start, like it's kind of limitless, like the things you could come up with to do.
Yeah.
And I guess there are people
Yep.
out there that literally just spend all their time just making really cool stuff for people's streams and stuff. And it wouldn't be a bad job. Like,
I was gonna say this should be your
Yeah,
side
yeah.
project there, Jay. For you
yeah,
just get into the Twitch world and
Yeah, you
I
could
can
do
create you
overlay
animations.
contract work.
yeah. If anyone's listening and wants to hook me up, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
shameless plugs. Looking
That's
for
what we're
work.
all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, can we swing?
Oh yeah, let's get that going.
Swing! Yay! She did it.
YOLO.
The yeah, I've changed it so there's just a duration. We can just change that and then
Mm-hmm.
it will
Nice.
Okay.
work it out. But then I don't know what kind of noise would you? I feel like it needs to make the Tarzan noise. I don't know why. Um, there must be like a Tarzan sound clip we can find somewhere.
Hmm.
Orange
Tarzan
sounds
free.
sounds ominous.
Let's see it. Will your audio
Wow,
come through? I don't know. Oh yeah, we're not hearing your audio. I don't think.
that's a good thing.
I believe you.
It was very loud. Um, we could do like a slowed down. Oh, that's a good shout. Cat's
I do.
rocking. Good,
I like
good idea.
YOLO.
Oh yeah, thanks, Andrew.
See what I can find.
It's my pathetic Tarzan sound.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is like the gold mine of where you come to find audio, right?
Single scream. There you go. It's just like a.
Okay.
That looks like it's very loud at the beginning.
Well, they're kind of
Yeah,
deceiving because
yeah.
sometimes they're not that loud. Yeah, you don't want that one. That one's perfect.
Sweet.
All right.
We'll take that one. We'll take one, please. So yeah, the trick. Whoa, what's
Thanks,
going on?
Craig.
Oh, yeah, I've done the wrong thing. Yep. So the trick here is just jump in Inspector. And
Mhm.
this is what you get when you spend a lot of time in Inspector. You always find ways around this kind of stuff. So yeah, if you just go into metadata and then you can just see all the URLs to the different types you want, and then you just
Nice.
hit that and then download. There we go, done.
Oh, wait, I can hear it now.
Oh, you can hear it?
Or-
Yeah.
These are free sounds available. Just throwing that out there that we do not endorse.
Yeah, these are paid.
You just didn't want to log in.
Yeah.
I just don't like logging into things. So if I can avoid it, I will. But yeah, I always attribute them. And I normally look for the Creative Commons 0 ones.
Mhm.
Okay.
But yeah, it's pretty good. Normally they have like some of these authors will normally put like a template or something. And you can just like copy it in. You know like how Unsplash does? Where you just like copy it'll give you like a link and you just copy it and put that wherever you're using an image.
That's cool.
Some
Yeah,
of
one of
the
my
some of the users tend to do that.
one of the guys I used to work with works at Unsplash because they're based in Montreal. So
All
I'm
right.
gonna have him on the stream at some point just to kind of go through like the Unsplash API and stuff. So it's Thomas.
Yeah, do you know what? They were really cool. Bit of a sidetrack, but I made this with the Unsplash API, and when I made it, I was a bit like, I bet they won't let me have it like so they have like a rate limit on the free version, but you can
Okay.
when you use the API, you can like say, look, this is my app and this is what I'm using it for. Will you please like lift the limit? And
Okay.
I did it for this, and I was like, there's no way they're gonna lift the limit because I'm just using it to grab colors off of the image, but they were cool
Mhm.
with it and they were like, yeah, cool. So you just type in a keyword for anything, and then it just searches for images of that thing, and then it will bring up colors based
Oh,
on
nice.
type. So like
Okay.
strawberry, and then it will show you the image, and you can like HSL, hex, RGB, and then
Ah,
that's
it's really
whatever
nice.
it was. So it's yeah, lime. But then it gets really freaky, like when you search something like, I don't know, clown,
Oh
and
no.
you like
They're all dark. Why are all the
yeah,
pictures like the colors so dark for cloud?
almost like it's
Yeah.
planned.
Yeah, clowns. Well, let's not go there, I guess, but I don't know. Just seems
But you
just
can
seems
spend,
like a bad.
I always spend like ages just messing around with yeah, just messing around like searching random keywords when I made it just to see what would come up, and it's
Okay.
kind of fun. Um, yeah,
Side note
yeah.
here,
All I'm
side
doing,
note. My daughter, because Cirque du Soleil is in Montreal, and they some of the performers in there they help at a circus school, and my daughter was doing it for a while, and uh, they had clowns there too, like not dressed up, but just some that worked there as part of the circus, and I discovered that the clowns are one of the highest paid folks in a actual circus because they're supposed to
Wow.
keep the crowd calm, like if something goes bad or something. So,
Mhm. Oh yeah.
like,
because they just get loads of abuse.
No, that's true too.
yeah.
People are gonna be scared of me the rest of their life. I better be paid well.
Why is he holding a red balloon? Huh?
Um, I think so. I can affect this. So someone link 220 made a really good suggestion that we should change the speed.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So we can make it like a really slow, like sloth-like yelp, which would be kind of
Nice.
funny. If I grab that. I don't tend to use the effects very often, but
Mhm.
when I do,
Okay.
they're pretty fun. So the current length is So that would be the speed multiplier. So if I said 0, that would take 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Zero
Link to 20 always has good suggestions. He's a frequent contributor to the forum code base. So shout out to Andrew, aka Link to 20. I heard a bit of that. That's not it.
Yeah.
I'll keep the original just in case. I guess we can change the pitch a bit. That might help. That sounded interesting.
And
I
she
guess,
screams if you do it too fast.
yeah.
It sounds
And I
bad.
guess whenever we get around to adding the browser source, we'd have to bring in the audio of the browser source too, right?
Yeah, what I'll do for now is I'll drop it into, I'll ping it onto CodePen,
Okay.
and then I can just ping you it in Discord or
Yeah,
however.
sounds good.
Um, that tends to be like my process when I try and get some audio up somewhere, unless I'm like bundling it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like look, CodePen today is just like, hello. So what we were saying before we came on, like, is it?
That's
Wanna
what was happening to me when I was trying to get on Twitch earlier. I was like, what is wrong with my computer?
It's weird, and then you give it like another bump, and then it's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very strange. Yeah, I've not had much joy with CodePen all day.
Well, you're saying it might be Cloudflare related?
Yeah, I see that error for Cloudflare earlier because of the SSL, and Skypack was being really weird, but
Okay.
seems to have fixed itself. So yeah, all I'm gonna do here is take that, chuck it in there, and then I guess on start, and here I'm actually going to use delay call. I think that would probably be a good place to use it.
Okay.
I'm learning a new way to delay things. I like this.
And then I'll just do like audio play.
Okay.
And then if we come back, it should play when he swings now.
Okay, so I want to swing. Swing the Sloan.
Yeah. I can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything, but you can let us know if the audio worked.
I need to put this onto CodePen so you can hear it and fully
Uh-huh.
appreciate it. And then you can,
Okay.
use it as a browser source. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. We can
I'll
obviously tweak it. However,
Yeah.
and like outside of the stream, you can just hit me up. I'll make any changes or whatever you got ideas for. I can bounce them
Yeah.
off.
Yeah. It'll be fun to pop it into the stream live to see it, even if we're gonna tweak it after.
I mean, we'll probably have to wait 5 minutes for me to be able to create a new pen at this rate, but come on.
Well, while that's going on, we can kind of recap what we've been doing. So, yeah, so we got set. We've been running this all locally with Jhey's on Jhey's computer, but it's attached to the live chat on the Practical Dev stream right now. So we're using a library called comfyJS from InstaFluff, which seems to be a pretty standard way of doing custom overlays in OBS with a browser source. And then we pulled in the Sloan image. It was a JPEG originally. We didn't have the SVG, but we just started having some fun, doing some rotating, just moving them around. And then we threw Sloan into Figma, added a speech bubble with some YOLO text. And then from there, we tweaked it a bit, and then we got Sloan swinging across the screen, as many of you have already seen because of all the swing commands. And I still haven't heard the Tarzan sound, but we've added a Tarzan sound to it. And then Jay's just getting this set up on a code pen, and once that's all up and running, I'm gonna create a browser source in our stream setup, and I'm gonna refresh it, and it should show up on the live stream. So then we can test those same commands we've been doing, but we'll see it in the stream itself, as opposed to, well, I mean, you're seeing it on the stream right now in Jay's shared screen, but we're gonna see it on the actual stream. So yeah, so that's where we're at.
And it should take like a second. It should be all right after this. So I mean, we can test it. Yeah, we can test it now. It should run.
Yeah, we can test it.
It should
first
run in this
CodePen.
code pen as well.
Yeah, so let's do that. Okay, so swing.
So I should get deafened. I should hear it twice.
There we go.
Yeah.
I hear it.
I kind of hear something. It sounds like a cat dying to me.
Share the link in the chat, Jay, so everyone else can
need a
click on
sound
it.
engineer to sort that one out.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm gonna pop that browser as a browser source now. So give me 2 seconds here. And it's 1920 by 1080, right?
Yeah, it shouldn't matter. It should just.
Yeah. All right, browser source.
I guess I'll have to promise a tassel stream for my stream this week. I feel like that's what people are.
It's like
I almost did a tassel related demo today, but I changed it to a pair of blinds. So.
Oh, there you go.
All right,
Hey,
so
we just added a browser. I can see it.
oh, whoops! The browser source is the actual code pen. I need the.
Oh yeah, you'll want.
Okay, I'm gonna hide that for a sec. Yeah, I put the full code pen with the editor by accident.
I think you'll want that one. Debug.
Yeah, I'll pull that one up. Give me 2 seconds. But
although the only thing is with today's code pen hanging up a bit, it might.
Yeah.
Let me.
Might be problematic.
Well, I'll load it up.
Tell you what.
Try it again.
I will.
Okay. It's on there now.
Drop it into. Could probably drop it into Netlify.
Yeah, do that up. I'm gonna test out it in the live one again.
Yeah, so I just saw a swinging YOLO with no sloth.
There he goes. Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, he worked.
Oh, I see him.
Yeah.
Yep, it's on there.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
cool.
worked great.
I just have our thing muted, so I didn't hear the noise, but that's okay.
Yeah. It was a little louder. I'd have to look. Can you lower the volume of just the browser source? I don't know.
Yeah, or I can just change the code, so I can just change audio.volume to like lower.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'd say do like 50% maybe. Try that.
Yeah, sure.
And then I'll refresh it after that. Cool. All right. And same code pen address, obviously, right?
Yeah. I'll just make the update. Obviously, it's been so weird with how slow it's taking. It's like it needs a double bump and then it gets going. Yeah,
you still gotta change the audio. Yeah, there you
go. Okay. Save
yeah,
that.
and then if you might need to refresh the source, and then it should work.
All right, folks, give it a go.
So yeah, it's weird. It's like, appeared in the middle. Oh, I know why. Now it should be good.
It's almost like a little bison on its deathbed. All right, let's try it again.
Some people are getting double volumes.
Oh yeah, yeah, because your code pen's on there too on your own screen. Oh man, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, if everyone opens it, then everyone's gonna hear it like double.
Yeah,
Just flames going everywhere.
oh man. Oh, that is amazing. I love how we were able, well, not we, you whipped it up pretty quickly and popped it on a
Hmm.
code pen, then we popped it in the browser source. Like, yeah, that's pretty agile, popping those things, shipping things like super fast.
Yeah, I
Nick,
mean,
just a quick thing for you. Your camera's a little off for some reason.
Okay.
It's like you're fuzzy.
Oh yeah. That
I know
I
it
think
goes out of focus sometimes. Yeah.
yeah, no, it's because I was laughing, I think, and it got confused with my focus maybe. One sec here. Let me fix
You
that.
putting
Oh yeah.
glasses on him now?
Here we go. Turn off
Nice.
camera. There we go. I'm back. Oh yeah. I, that almost looks more like he ate too many leaves.
Told you they're hallucinogenic.
So that could be another command, which is just like give Sloan sunglasses. You know, cool
yeah, you
Sloan.
could just
That could
like
be the command. Cool Sloan.
he can just pop up from anywhere. So you could have it so he just randomly like pops up along the bottom. Because I guess
Yeah,
with
yeah.
your overlay, you could have your. It depends how you have your overlay set up. Because you could have your browser source underneath the banner at the bottom, and then
Oh
he'd just
yeah,
be
yeah,
like
yeah.
pop up
And he pops up. Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
and
No,
just
I
be
could
like,
definitely do
hey.
that. Well, that's awesome. We're getting close to 3. I think it's probably a good time to wrap things up, Christina.
Yep,
Just
that
want
works.
I gotta say this is a lot of fun, and I laughed quite a bit today, um, which is always good
It
for you.
helped with
And
my
then
toe pain, y'all. Thank you. Being
yeah,
able to
exactly.
laugh.
Yeah, yeah. But this
We
was
do what we
just
can.
he's got it. Is that a helmet or are we doing a hat?
He's got to have a hat, right?
Oh man,
I'll
yeah,
get there.
Yeah. He's got to have
that's
my
like
hat. He's got to have
cool
the.
Sloan. Oh yeah, you're gonna.
Jay Sloan.
We
He's got
could
to have
make
the
him a
signature hat.
dev baseball cap.
I don't know. Yeah, Jay's hat there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, I love how it just yeah. Figma is such a great tool. Ta-ta.
Give him
He's
Nick's
great.
hair.
That could be a command. Nick's hair. I need a haircut. I'm starting to look like the Lion King. So um,
I don't think it's that bad. Is it that bad?
well, I've got
Like
headphones on right
like
now.
like little Lion King, like when he was like a teenager.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Maybe it's more like Simba, not baby Simba, maybe teenage Simba. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
But my
I like
headphones are
that.
keeping a bunch of it down right now, though. So
I like the way you're able to rate your hair based on the look of Simba in the Lion
yeah, if it's a bad haircut, you're just like Mustafa.
King. Yeah, like, how's your hair? Well, I'm at the Mufasa stage at the moment, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Quite
yeah.
pretty.
You know, it's a Pumbaa
Angsty
day.
Simba. Yep, that's it. Angsty Simba. That's where you're at right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Hair's about it. Angsty Simba.
Cool, cool. Well, I gotta say, I love Sloan with his baseball cap and and sunglasses. This is amazing. Wanted to thank you again, Jay, for coming on. This was a lot of
Yeah.
fun. We're definitely I'm learning some animations with Christina, so and I know she wants to get her hands on the stuff you've done today, so that could end up being our side project. We have a cool down week coming up soon, so yeah. So
You'll be
thanks
able to
again,
make some
man,
awesome
and
things.
I'm gonna drop in your code pen again there. It's just
Mhm.
what was it? Codepen.io.
Someone else made the Rafiki comment. It's so true. not quite at geeky levels just yet.
Oh, whoops! I gave
I'm
the wrong
more at like
address.
what are the hyenas called? Operate at like an egg stage?
I can't say.
Genzi?
There you go.
Oh,
That's the one that you got to worry about with the overlays, because like I've seen on Jason's streams where it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like everyone boop 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 boop, and then no one's doing anything.
It's
mine
kind of
is,
funny. When he came on the stream, I was just envisioning like all these boops falling on during the stream, which obviously didn't, but it was yeah, I
you
think
know, you could totally do the same thing though.
That's little Sloans
You could
or
fill out
devs.
clues.
yeah, or dev stickers.
It's really
I
not
don't want
hard
to
to do.
copy really all the stuff, but I guess if it's slightly different. But yeah, he's got a lot of stuff going on in there. He has I put a submarine on his head last week.
Yeah, he has does he have like the dumpster and the submarine?
Oh yeah, the
The
dumpster fire. Yeah.
yeah, because he has the corgis that he has the boops that drop. I do on mine. I just did like colored bear heads that drop down, and you can fill it up. But mine is very hard to fill up. Like it doesn't fill. They just float out the sides.
Okay.
But I have like an air horn on mine, so you can fill up an air horn. Or I
Nice.
want to do one that's like a Tamagotchi kind of thing that lives in the corner. I've just not got around to doing it. I've started like messing around with ideas, but yeah, it's just not really got there. We did like the interactive like thing where you could change. We said about earlier where you could change colors and stuff. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've got so many ideas and there's just not enough time in the day to make them all right. That's the problem.
Yep.
You'd be lucky. You have like a down week though. You can make something awesome.
Yeah, no, there's the other thing I want to do because we talked about it a while ago, but is since we're the dev stream, we can add like a on air thing onto the actual dev site. So when folks are,
Mm.
because not everybody follows us on Twitch, so like it's just kind of like another way for folks to become aware of the stream. So I was thinking that too. So maybe a bit of more
Yeah, I
Sloan
really
on
wanted to
air
do.
action.
What I started creating was, and I haven't finished it yet because I can't get the design right. You know, like one of the classic like
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
you know, like
yeah.
kind of like that, but
Mm-hmm.
it's more like a rounded. It looks like a light bulb in a cage,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's kind of like yeah. I know what you're talking
I've
about.
been trying to draw something like that so it kind of shows up, but obviously I've not got it integrate. I've just have it like integrated on a. So I did have like random little um. Oh, it's not even. I don't even can't remember how to get to it live, but like this site would
Okay.
just be like tell you, hey, you're live now, or like, hey, this person
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
live now.
Mm.
And you just have to like go in here, fill out your Twitch credentials from your dashboard, and it'll do it. But
Well,
it's just blank. There's nothing else.
you can probably
Um,
do it. Yeah, it's probably similar to like deployment tags, like when you have Netlify, it says building or failed or whatever. And it's just the
yeah,
URL that will return the correct image based on the status. So probably something like that too.
there's that's the thing, right? You could literally just spend so much time tinkering with all these like fun things on the side. And never. Well, I don't know. It just depends what you want to do, right? I could easily just spend ages just building stream widgets and
This is
things.
why I had to get a hobby outside of computing, and I'm doing like
Yeah, I noticed you've been doing all those. Is it
because I'm like I still have to do something creative, but I got to get off the computer a little bit.
is cross stitch the right word? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, embroidery, cross stitch is a little bit different, but it's hand embroidery. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. I have to admit, like, yeah, definitely as well. Like, you're right. Like, getting away from keyboard the last few weeks has been incredible because like things have eased off, and it's
Yeah.
like, there is a life without the internet.
Yep.
Which sounds weird because we're on Twitch, talking about different stuff, but like,
Yeah.
so true. Like, to go to the gym or like go and play sport or do normal things. Like, we booked a mini excavator today because I'm gonna
Okay.
dig out the entire backyard. And
We just did that at our house. They just created like a whole new road for us, and like I can actually
awesome.
walk around our property now without like having to go through a
That's
bunch
so
of
cool.
pasture and stuff.
Well, you actually have like sloths where you
Hmm.
are as well, right? Because
Hmm.
we get the odd treat of seeing them on Twitter. So
Well, now you
Yeah,
can
well, one
live
time we did
stream
have a sloth
Jhey.
emergency on here, but
Yeah, Christina left the stream for about 5 or 7 minutes because there was a sloth in her driveway. So I was like, that's no problem. It's like,
valid use of time.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
get them on. Get them on.
Cool.
All right, we do need to wrap up though. I got a meeting I got to go on. So
Still.
thank you so much, Jay. We really enjoyed this, and we have really loved having you on. So we really appreciate it, and thank you everyone for watching and playing with the commands. And we'll see you all next week.
Yeah, and I dropped Jay's links there, so check that out. And yeah, see you next week.
Good job.